Hi guys, this is Amber Jones, and I wanted to shoot this quick video, and I'm just going to talk today. This is very off-the-cuff kind of video. I kind of like that strategy. I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to talk. So what I wanted to talk about today is how to always have posture and control over a conversation. Have you ever been with a prospect and things are going well, but all of a sudden you feel like you're getting a third-degree burn behind your neck? You know, all of a sudden the conversation shifts. They seem interested at first, but now they're asking you a bunch of questions. Yeah, I think we've all felt that at some point. And when they ask questions, it almost makes you feel uncomfortable to an extent, unless you know how to answer those questions. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly tell you a couple of points of how you can always have posture and control over the conversation. So that way, the next time you find yourself in this situation, you can kind of know what to do and put this into practice, and it'll make you feel a lot better about how things go. Okay? Now, one of my mentors, they're actually a couple, Kenneth and Lisa Bristol, they actually taught me a lot about the basics of this kind of situation. And posture is very important, very, very important in your marketing. So, quite simply put, how to always have posture and control over the conversation. First, let me tell you how you can know how to know who is in control of the conversation. Who's in control? Is it you or your prospect? Okay? Simple way to figure this out is just by this statement. Okay? The person who is asking questions is the one in control of the conversation. Wouldn't you agree? The person who is asking the questions is the one that's in control of the conversation. So that's why you feel uncomfortable when you're talking to prospects and when they start asking questions. That's because now you've lost control over the conversation, and now they have control. So the simple way out of it, or a simple way to handle it, to get control back of the conversation, it's simple. Can you guess it? That's right. Ask questions. Okay? So when they ask you a question, you can directly answer their question, and then at the end of your statement, ask a question. Okay? So a lot of people ask, or they get nervous, well, how much money do you make? You know, or how much money can I make? Or a lot of people ask these kinds of questions, and a lot of these questions will really stumble people. You know what I say? Why would you base my income on why would you base your income on my work ethic? I know how I work. I don't know how you're going to work. But I can tell you there's money to be made, and if you know something like that, that's posture. That's posture. So well, how do I get paid? How does this company pay? Well, this company pays bi-weekly, blah, 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 so that it pays bi-weekly. You get money from direct sales, 10% from your downline, or however you want to explain that question. Okay? Now, you always want to end your statements or your answers to their question with a question. So, always end your statements with a question. And you say, well, how do I do that? How do I always end my statements with a question? Easy. Easy, easy, easy. If you're saying you get paid by direct sales, you get 10% off your referrals, and you explain your compensation plan, you simply ask, does that make sense? Okay? Does that make sense? And they're going to say yes, or they're going to say no. But most likely they're going to say yes, because they don't want to say no. Who wants to admit that it doesn't make sense? Okay? There is a strategy behind using this one question. This one question is so very powerful. Why is this powerful? Because most cases they will answer yes. Now, this takes me to another point in prospecting. A lot of people, it's really easy, not easy, but once you get a hang of it, it's really simple to know how to talk to prospects. And one of the best way to talk to prospects is to ask them questions where they have to say yes. Okay? So you want to ask prospects questions that they say yes. This is a subconscious strategy. You want to ask prospects questions that where they will answer yes. Okay, so when you ask them, does that make sense? Yes. Okay, the more yeses that your prospect makes, okay, the more yeses that your prospects makes in a conversation, the easier it will be to convert them. Okay? Apply this in any type of marketing, and you will be so grateful for this. Okay? The more times you can get a prospect to say yes in their conversation, the easier it's going to be to convert them. So you want to keep asking those questions. Okay? If someone asks you a question, do answer that. Do answer the question. And then answer their question with a question. If you can't think of a question, simply make a statement and ask them, does that make sense? Okay? Remember, in the conversation, the person asking the questions is in control of the conversation, and you always want to be the one asking those questions. So never stray away from answering their questions, but at the same time, answer their question with a question, so that way you regain your posture in the conversation. Okay, guys, I've been ranting for a while now. Hopefully you enjoyed that and you took some notes, but I promise you, here are the key points, okay? Key point number 1, the person who is asking the questions is the one in control of the conversation, okay? You get control of the conversation by asking questions. If you can never, if you can't think of a question to ask, say a statement and then say, does that make sense? Okay? Remember that question. Does that make sense? Plus, you really want to make sure that people are following what you were saying. Okay? And then here's the third point. Okay? The more yeses that you get your prospects to make in that conversation, the easier it will be to convert them into your business or whatever you're trying to provide them with. Okay, guys, Amber Jones signing out. It has been a pleasure, and talk to you soon.